Welcome to Alchemy Factory. My name is Nilaus and this is a brand new Let's Try, potentially a Let's Play for a new and very exciting game. So I both really like the concept and I'm also a little bit frustrated with how it plays. So let's learn this together and figure out if we can make some cool designs, because this is a game that has so much flexibility in terms of making designs that you can make some really cool designs. It's also very unique in a sense that you can see it's a medieval world. And the factory scale is not on a planetary scale. It's sort of in the backyard. We are tying these things together to make automate some alchemy. Super cool concept, and you can see also how much verticality means in this one. So it's basically half of a shop simulator and half of a factory simulator. So cool combination. Let's dive on in and make a new save. Call it, good old caps lock never fails. I must have come out of hyperspace lately or recently. There we go. And let's dive in. We're going to be playing it on there's no difficulty mode, but there is like a tutorial mode, so we're going to go here. This is our shop. It's very empty right now. It's open, but nothing is happening. We get a main quest, and we want to get some, make some 20 large wooden gears, and for that we get some flax as a reward. And we can also take loans later on, but, well, we don't want to do that if we can avoid it. So the thing over here is there's a merchant that sells logs. Logs are great because they sort of feed us a large supply of wood. We can also get stone later on and iron later on as well. So we go over here and we buy this house and go like, oh, this is a beautiful house. I want to live here. So, nope. The house is gone. You got the lot, but not the house. So in here, now we are going to go in here and we can now build a wooden table. Wooden table is... well, you can think of it a little bit like a city block here in terms of sort of what is it we want to build. We can build something on here, but you can also just build on the ground. But it might be a little bit of a trap to allow us to, or to sort of encourage us to build tables, because they have some limitations. Let's just put it like that. We open up our research menu, and then we're going to be researching a table saw. It costs 100 gold and takes 5 seconds. We can also, as soon as that one's completed, knock out the other ones in not in parallel, but in sequence, getting a box, a grinder, and a conveyor belt immediately. And then the first thing we wanted to make is we were asked to make is a table saw here. There we go. We're going to make that. And you know what? I'm actually going to build things too big to begin with, because that's kind of how I do things. So we're going to build 2 tables next to each other, and that's going to be because we're going to need a lot of wood. And then we place the logs in the table saw and see that something comes in. I'm actually going to go over and buy another log here. There we go. And so we place the log in these. There we go. We can place up to 3 logs in each one. You can see here. And they are being grinded down slowly, 0.15 per minute. And that gives us 30 planks per minute outbound. Then we can put these on belts, because their belts will be... that's not a belt. I need to make sure the belts are in position 1. There we go. That's where they belong. And also the grinders should then be in position 2. I don't want the candlelight, and this, that one, that's this one. There we go. Good. So the next thing we want to do is we want to actually say, I want to first and foremost build it into a box, because we're going to need a lot of these to work with. So I'm going to be taking the box. It says an input and an output. And if I press T, it gets different configuration and rotate. I'm going to rotate it and build it like this. So the first thing we want to do is get over here and get it into a box. But we also need to produce large wooden gears. So let's do that in a grinder like that. And then we can see how fast would that be? Basically, these ones work as 50 splitters, so we can get in here, and that takes 10 per minute. So if I'm producing 60, and I want this one to fill up eventually, but I also want these here to be able to consume all of what they produce, so I need to make that. That goes out from here and into all of these. Good. And that gets us something more. So that gets us the gears. Now we need the gears in a box. A gearbox? No. I'm going to get a different shape of this. Maybe... because there, we're going to get this one and not more. Good. So that goes in here. into the box. Great, so we now have a nice production of gears. They're just going to come in here. Large wooden gears. The large wooden gear, we need 20 of those wooden gears for completing the quest. Here we go. We got the gears for our quest, and let's hand in the quest and complete the first level. Still don't have a shop yet because we don't have anything to sell. We got the next level. Perfect. And that gets us some new items. We get a new main quest, and we want to make linen rope. And we can still do loans. Now we can go over here and we can buy stone. Why would we need stone again for if we want to make linen rope? Let's look at our quests. We now get more things here. We're going to start with a stone crusher. Stone crusher can go in and build into a processor. And it also goes into a seed plot. And it's of course the seed plot that we need for the linen rope. So we're going to get you. And we're going to get you, and once we have that, we can get the other things. We want to get down to the mortars, because mortars, you can see they have a sales price of 48. Basically, if we look at our resources here, they're split into materials. They don't have a sale price. They might have a heat price, heat value here, there. And we have goods. Goods are things that we can sell. This one sells for a meager 5 copper. And that's not very valuable. Then we build the stone crusher. They're going to build that on another table here. And we actually want to be a little bit greedy with this because we want to build a lot of that. So I'm going to pick up all of this. And let's see, the stone crusher needs some gears. So luckily we have gears produced as well. And that will be 1 and 2. Did we get... We only bought 1 stone. Let's buy 2 stones. They're expensive, but they will turn a profit. So this is what we want to do, and we want to make sure that the first thing we do is we want to make sure that the stone is used as well, because we're going to need the stone for our plot here. They need 8 stones, so we can't just process the stone immediately, but it is over on this one. Press T to turn it. Let's see, how would I do this? I would do it like this. So you can take... No recipe available, of course not. We are going to get that recipe, we're going to get this recipe, and we're going to get this recipe. So let's knock those out. So mortars is what we are really looking for. And it's coming in. Complete the research mortar recipe. That is here. And that takes 15 stone. How much are you producing? You're producing 20 stone. So 20 plus 15. What is that? 20 plus 20 is 40. And that means I can build 2 of these. And then I have a box in the middle. Let's do something like that. And that box here will be going in here. So that means we can go straight in, but they also sort of lead into that box here. Let's get that going there and there. And then we get another box out here, which will be there. So that should get us some concrete. Oh, not concrete, some mortars. Are we getting it? Yes-ish. Oh, we have another limestone. Oh, okay, never mind. I got too many limestones. Never mind. Probably wasted a little bit too much money here. Let's go in here and buy flaxseed. You can see there are more seeds here and more seeds here. Other things that unlock at a later level, unlock at level 9. Oof, rock salt and, you know, lots of cool things. What we really want to do to get is this one. The automatic cashier. That will change everything. But it needs level 4, so not just yet. 1, 2, 3, 4 is what I want to buy. And then we can get some of our stone here. That's not a lot of stone. We need more stone. I can just get some stone out of that and stone out of that. And that's 28. And I need 32. Come on, one more. There you go, 32. Because out here, let's build some plots. 1, 2, 3, 4 plots. And we're going to feed our, in here, flax seeds. They take 6 minutes and 40 seconds before they're done. In the meantime, we can look at our research. We can build a big box and we can build the linen rope. And then that's all we can do for this level. Now, what we really want to do, aside from organizing our inventory a little bit better here. That one goes here, that one goes here. I don't think I really need all the other things here on this this line. So now we have linen rope, which also is valuable. It comes from 36. And we have the small wooden gears. So the small wooden gears are also made in one of these assemblers. So if I can build it 1, 2, and 3 of these, because this one takes 5 per minute and gets 15. So it actually multiplied by 3. I don't know how you take one gear and cut it into 3 small gears, but it is what it is. And that's it. Probably other things we could question here, like how the belt's working. But that's actually something that is explained in the lore. Up here, you can see, if we look at it, it says conveyor belt powered by magic. There you go. That's exactly like Factorio, powered by magic. There. And that goes out, and then I can build another storage box. Get that storage box, type that, no, that one. And I'm going to build that here. And that goes in. Cool. So now, if only we had more wood, then 1, 2, we need to start making some money because we have no money left. There, that one, and that one. So this will get us more construction materials, more of the small gears, and we need the large gears, and then we need the small gears. This is also amazing because that gets us some mortars. Now what we need to do is start working on the shop so we can make some money. Now what we're going to be building here is build a medium shelf. Nope, B is not for building. There, shelf. I'm going to build it maybe like this and like this. That's kind of I'm aiming for this window and sort of having the middle of the window right here, and then maybe that will help us on doing something later on. So we choose a goods to sell here, E, and I want mortars. Mortars only stack up to 6 in here, so we're going to take 2 of these for mortars. Not enough. Then what else? We're going to get the small gears, and we're going to get the one type of gear. These are not worth selling. So I'm going to sell this and then not do anything more. This one is changing it that way. I don't have any small gears. That should be something we're coming in now. There we go. We get 12 of that, and that's not amazing, but it's something. And put it in here, because if we look at our overlay here, this one, it is 1 gear into 3 small gears. This means I take something that's value 5 and turn it into 3 times 8. So that's 24. So it's a big value increase. So don't sell this instead. There we go. That is a daily summary. Days go by as days do. And then we get a summary. And now it's 6 o'clock the next morning. Then we have something. We now wait for customers to come in. Do we have other quests? Yes, we do. We have a carpenter quest. They want planks. I'm going to display that. And we have a random quest that's also been displayed. 120, 130, and 16. That's a lot of stuff that we need to make. And we just need more money. So let's get the first customer coming in while we are sitting here chugging along. And we're getting some flax. That's perfect. This flax is going to be needed for the next build, which will be a linen build. Yay, customers. Perfect. Let's stock up on a stock. Look at them here. So in the beginning, you have to do this manually. Yes, it is super tedious, but that's the thing about automation games. It's super tedious until you automate it, and you get really happy that you automated it. Nice. We can also just go here and end the day, but why would you want that? Here, we can top up on small wooden gears. Small wooden gears are also just seems to be a nice money maker, so let's get some of those. But we also need them for our quests. So small gears, stone. Stone is just being fed into this one, so we just pick up something. We also want continuous supply of mortars. Small gears, mortars, stone. Yeah, those are the things we want at this point. And the stuff in here is just for construction materials. So and we're going to be sort of running back and forth like absolute idiots here. And just stocking up all the time. But this is our only way of making money aside from the quests, which we'll also need. So we need to balance between the quests and this part. We are not going to continue to sell the small gears because they're just not worth it. So sell. It is really the mortars that are our money maker right now. Great. Onwards. Next build is going to be a linen build. But I think I want to build it on the ground and then see when we're done with the build to see if we can build it somewhere nicer. So I'm going to start by getting a box in here. And then we're going to be saying, look at this. We're going to say the new linen is in a processor. And then that comes from a linen thread, which is in another processor. And that comes from flax fiber, which is in a grinder. So we need to go flax to grinder to processor to processor. Flax to grinder. Building on the ground. So annoying. And you can stack things on top of each other. We're not really into verticality just yet. Let's test this by putting one in here and see what comes in. So 20 in, 20 out. The belts are 60. So this means that this is a good ratio for us to have now. Then let's have a look at this one here. Yeah. And you're going to be taking the next step, which is going from flax fiber into a... Here, that's 60, so this is again perfect ratio. And it comes out as 20 linen thread. Okay, and moving the linen thread into here. That's 20 to 10. So this is that ratio, and it's pretty obvious that we can build 2 of these. So let's put it on a table over here. So now I have moved it up here on a... Oh, I think I did it wrong. Got the wrong one, that one. And let's see if you're also wrong. Yes, you are. We moved it up here. And all I need to do now is feed in here. Full stacks and full stacks. And then there's like 20 left. So that will just be put in here. That will get us some rope, which we can both sell and also we can wait with selling it. I also just had to continuously buy more. There. Yeah, continuously look at the mortars. I just can't keep the mortars in stock, which is good because that's kind of, you had to build more stone. So get this in here, build 8 mortars. I'm kind of thinking that maybe we are actually making so much money from the mortars that it would be worth it just build doubling up just now. But because I really have a trouble accumulating enough to actually get us get the quest completed. So we need the mortars, we need the small gears, they are here. We got enough small gears now, and we need some mortars to complete the quest. The linen rope is chugging along here, yes, and we already have some here. Let's get you, nope, that's definitely not what I wanted. I wanted to build you in here, good. So now we need to buy more linen seed because we need to get another round of linen seed going. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't even have enough. That's crazy. Come on, customers, get in here. Damn. Yes, go. No. Damn it. I don't like not being able to build this fully. And up here, the mortars are just not there. 12, still not enough. We need 16 to get the quest completed. Let's see, are there other quests? Nope. Give us up. Give us that money. And you. Yeah. And that should be just enough to get us some, the last seed that we need here. There we go. So right now the money is really pinched because we lose a lot of it for just investing in more materials. There we go. Now we have 4, which will get us another batch. But this will also be very, very valuable. So now we just wait a little bit until we have enough for completing the quests. There we go. We can now complete all 3 of the quests we have available. So we'll start with the random quest. Give us 3,200. Yes, please. The carpenter quest, which gives the reward a wooden box. Lovely. And then the main quest to complete the level and go on to level 3, which means we now get iron ore and we get sage seed. Those are the new materials we can get. And we also get a new... Nope, we don't get... Now we have to make healing potions, which will be the objective for this... This episode will be to get the healing potions so that we get to the next level. And then we can buy the cashier and then we can breathe a sigh of relief. Now... this one I need to change so that we sell rope. There we go. And we now need to sell mortars, but we don't have that. So pick up and pick up. These are like my main money makers, I would believe. Here. And that one as well. So let's start working on the research we have. We have a lot of money. Let's work on the research in this level. So there's a lot of things that's going on here. What is the most important thing? Everything is most important. Let's get the assembler and the catapult and everything else. And this is a furnace which goes into like an iron processing location. This one is a transport, and assembler is how we make things. This is assembler is 2 inputs, one output, and this is a conveyor lift, which is also really nice, and a trash barrel that isn't really used for much, but hey, we got it. And then we can also research the healing potion. That is the objective. So we just want to knock out all the research here. Oh, more handling here. So let's knock out the research and let's get ready for the next build. While all the research is chugging along, we can look here. We not only have the research, which we've been looking at, we also have the upgrades here. So upgrades come in various shapes and sizes. There are lots and lots of levels, and they just seem rather linear. So for example, we can upgrade the belts. So they're right now 60 per minute, and I can then sort of put my 4 points, 2 per level, in here, and then it would be twice as fast. I'm really tempted to do that, but I don't want to do it because it's, yeah, it's something that we need here. So this device production speed would be nice, but that's just making it faster. That doesn't make it better. So if I make it faster, then what's the point if I can't transport it in here? While I do think that something like fuel efficiency is going to be really necessary. So I want to do that, fuel efficiency, because fuel is something that's going to be a little bit problematic. The device speed would be nice, but it would just break ratios right now. This seems to be also like when, yeah, not really that one. Here we can get more sales, which I think is nice. These are a lot later. Quest rewards, more money, but more sales would be nice at that as well. So let's take some fuel efficiency, which I know I'm going to need later on. And then over here by the upgrades, yes. So, and then we're going to knock out the last researchers here. And then we can go into actually what they do. Potion self and a bandage, which is the final thing we want to do. Oh, and more customers. So now we need to figure out what the next thing is. Next thing. So, oh my God, all this. I would like to automate these builds so that I just need to feed them in here. Oh, look at that. We run out of wood. We run out of that. And yeah, so get some wood. 1, 2, and one of these, and 1, 2. There you go. I don't want to run out of these things, so get that in here. And they are rather pricey. There. Don't want to run out of this. So what I'd really like to do is somehow be able to go from here and into these. And this is why we have the catapults. So I would really like to, and I'm not sure this is feasible, but I'd like to be able to do some kind of thing to have a catapult, maybe insufficient materials. Ah, right, we need some there. There. Ooh, lots of money. Nice. And mortars are big money maker. So what if we could get that here? That one, that one, that one, that one. Like if we could get these 4 things here, you can then target here. Ah, and you can then target there. You can target that one. And you can target this one. That means we just need to get things over to the window, and then everything else should be fine. So maybe we just take a table and build it over here. See, it's not quite in the right height, but that's okay because we do have the new vertical things, these lifts. So these are really confusing. So you basically have to decide if you press day summary. Okay, look at the income we're getting. Ooh, earnings. It would be nice if this was summarized shop income so we can see how much we made on shop. But quest rewards were the big money maker. It is next morning. And we don't really have a lot of money. So we need to get this to get going here and here. Good. And is there another... Oh, the stone. Oh, iron. Oh, 1 iron ore. I got 1 iron ore. Okay, cool. So this is a way that we can do. I want to get you down there for now. I don't want you. I'm going to get these a little bit out. And that one. Catapults, we'll keep those on here. Okay, so as I was saying, this one. You have to decide whether it's an up or a down one. So once I want one that comes in from the bottom, then I go over to where I want it, I hold, and then I can actually drag it upwards. And then I need more materials. Go back here. That one. Try again. Here. Rotate. Go up. And then I rotate again. Ta-da! This is easy to miss. And it's one of those things where, yeah, it works, but it's also just a little bit tricky to figure out how this is supposed to work. And more stuff, more stuff, more stuff. Get more money. And top up this one. And top up everything. Now the next challenge is, how are we going to get there? Because we can build like bridges like this, or we can try to use our build here to actually incorporate a incorporate catapult that will throw things over here, so that, for example, we can get this in here. We will need to do some kind of change here, so this will be a little bit of a hassle, so I'm just going to be testing this back and forth. But we do know that the small gears, they can be thrown over. So we want the small gears, we want this one and this one to be coming in here. And we do have like this, something called a hopper, this one, which is sort of can catch things. But we can't do that until we have the iron going. So we need, I think we need iron before we can even do this. I was kind of hoping we could get something. So here there's a carpenter quest and there is a random quest. Random quest is in the iron, so it looks like we need to get the iron going first. But you know what? What we could actually do, which is a small improvement, but we could actually just set this one and these two here as that one, and this one is there. So even though it's not like the whole thing, then we could go and say, you can go in here, and this is the rope, and this is the small gears, which I need to get over here. Small gears. Small gears, right? So let's just at least have a look at it. Pew, pew, pew. Cool. It's a little bit of an improvement, because now we can get it in, we don't have to stock up manually in here. Particularly these ones are annoying to stock up, so we just need to put them in a box. Next thing will be how to get them into the box. Look at this nicely stocked shop we have, and it's not fully automated, but it's a little bit automated. We can do the carpenter quest, which gives us a large shelf and a checkout counter, which means that we can now dismantle this one, because we now have the other one. We can't dismantle the bed until we are able to make a new bed. So what we need to do now is we need to work on the next part of it. Let's do we're going to get, what we want is iron nails. Iron nails come from the iron ingots, which is also something we need. So iron ingots comes from a iron ore in a smelter, and that means we need a furnace and a smelter and stuff like that. So let's have a look. It's still not B to craft. We have some new things up here. We have a iron furnace, which it needs to be built, can only be built on a heating device. So what the hell is a heating device? And where is that? That's here. A furnace. So let's look at a furnace. It goes in. It needs fire inbound, which means that I need wood coming in here. And that means I need to get here, and a little box. That. And that gets us there. You can use raw ore, but planks are twice the burn value. So, and especially, woohoo, now we have 24 burn value, P value. And then we need to make that furnace on top. And it, unfortunately, I think that's unfortunate at least, it has the same inputs from the top and the bottom. So here, this is where we now put in our, there. So it needs some heat from below, and once it's heated, it works. It converts into 10 iron ingots. That is impressively low numbers. So let's build it on a table, because yes. Oh, I don't have materials because I just used it for furnace here. Get all that. Get all of these as well. And I really feel like I should have 2 of these. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. We now have 1 box feeding into this Obviously, we'd like to have something better for this. Right now, it means I have to fill this one up, and that's also expensive. I am going to take and buy another. I don't know, they cost 1,200. Oh, look at that. The stone is out. So let's also get some stone. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is our moneymaker, the stone. So get that in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wood is still working a little bit here and here. And do another iteration of this semi-manual. Oh, man, that was not much. And process some goods, and this is basically the only money we get. That's not a lot, and the random quest is the only thing we have, and that requires iron ingots and nails. So let's build a table like this. And what are we going to do? We are now going to get this only out as 20 per minute, which is not much. So we need to say, I think it's in one of these. Let's see, this one. Is this how we make nails? Yes, it is. This takes 5 into 15. So I think I actually just want 2 of these machines here. And that means one can feed into here and the other one can feed into just a box of its own thing. Which is kind of the same as our build over there. I think I want to take you out. This, and then I rotate it. I think we do this. Here. And here. So go straight in, but also get it into a box that is right there. And another box that is here. That one. There. So that gets us the nails. That gets us the iron bricks here. Not fast, but something. And here we'll just top up the rest of it as well. And I'm going to pick up you. I'm going to pick up you. So we have some iron nails. Now the iron nails were used for us to build the hopper so we can get this one done. So if we can remove this and use you, the hopper that we look for, this one. And that will be an output. Q, hopper, there. So now I want this one to go on go into a box. I'm going to just take this box out and just use a box such as this one instead, and then fix the belts. There. Good. Then, yeah, I need to change this to a different type box, and we'll change it like this. Is going to be a fine box. I don't want this outbound. So this is just something I need to pick up, which means I can now get your box a little bit closer. Get that in here. And then remove the redundant belts. There's a bulk remover. That one goes in. That one goes in. Yes. And then I would want to have a catapult, which needs more of you. Good thing we have that. The catapult is here. So that kind of has to be pretty evenly matched here. So I go like that. And you set target to the hopper. Ta-da! That should work. Goes in and it goes up. Actually, I don't need to have it go up here. We could also just let it go up on 1, 2, and then make the hopper. Actually, the hopper should be down there. 8 here. And you are now going in here. Does it work? Bounce. Goes in. Bounces onwards. Oh no, the customers, and it's late, so hurry up before the day ends, and they just steal the materials. Yes, perfect. Right, let's set the other ones up as well. There might be a little bit of a manipulation to get this done. Right, so we have another urgent request, which is going to be a little bit tricky for us to get, but maybe we can get it. And we do need to get here. Let's first of all look at what we've done. I moved these tables, and there's 3 spaces here, which is exactly enough for me to run. These 2 are bouncing over, and then this is bouncing all the way over and going up here. This was as far as I could reach, and then it has to go in here. That means these are now fully automated. We really need to automate the sales part of it as well. We are a little bit struggling, but hey, look at this. These are topped up and happy. Right, so I need to get this part, and then over here there is the quest, the random quest. We'll definitely do a random quest, thank you. And what was this one? This is, oh, we should probably also have done this one. Let's mark you on the HUD as well. So 8 more of this, but the urgent request is a bigger issue. I don't think we can make this much iron nails in the time we have, but if we could, that would be nice. Fuel here is absolutely atrocious. We definitely need some better fuel here. If we look at this one, it doesn't say, does it? Does it say how fast it's producing? Consuming 9 Ps per second, and each of these is only 24, so it's consuming less than, well, yeah, it's consuming way too much, and that's a problem. So we need to set up a dedicated build, which is going to be built on the ground, just feeding it in here. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. We're running. We're getting the urgent quest. I must complete it now. Urgent request and submit. Whew, I just made it. And the time, I have 20 minutes until I go to bed, or 20 seconds in this case. So I just made it. And we're also just out of this, and we don't have enough. Well, we didn't have enough to buy more iron ore. So now we actually do have it. And whew, that was just in the last second here. I'm going to put these in here, so they continue to work. And I actually have to build like extra of these just to get it going. And there is the day. Look at our sales. That's pretty good sales. I don't know if it is, but we also get the quest missions. That's the main part. Right. And everything here is chugging along. I just need to continue sort of looking at it. This here is for the rope. Continue roping. And here, and then every time you do that, you have to go over and buy a new batch, because otherwise you suddenly run out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We could also start scaling that up. We still don't have like all of the any work done on the next tile or the next thing here, but we have automated this one pretty well. So time for us to build the last thing we need in terms of getting it. That is going to be the potions. All right, so let's have a look at how we make potions, and we're going to be looking at it from the ground, and we're going to start with one of these, this one, and there. Setting recipe. We have new recipes as well, linen and bandage, but bandage is using the healing potion. So let's start with the healing potion. The healing potion needs sage powder and flax fiber, and the question is then, are they made in the same speed? This is running at 60. So what I could and really would like to do is, would it be possible for us to do like 1, 2, 3, 4? Hold on. Let's look at the flax fiber up here. This one. It's 20. Okay, so this will just be like that. This one. And then it'll be from a couple of boxes like these, going in here and here. Is that really that simple? We don't know about this sage powder, but it also says it's exactly the same recipe. It's 3 seconds, it's 3 seconds, and it's in a grinder, and we get a healing potion, and that's making 10 healing potions per second. So this is basically it. Okay, that's a little bit simple, but we definitely need more places here, because this is an even number between these two. So let's try and figure out how to do this. I kind of feel like I need to build it twice as fast here. So I like have 2 of these. Yeah, I think I wanted to build 2 of these on one table. And I also need more. So we're going to be like giving 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be enough to fill 1 box of each. So it is actually 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need 4 sage and 4 more. Oof, how expensive is the sage? Also need to see if they... Oh no! And is there a random quest that we can get? Well, it's not really gonna happen. Okay, so let's start designing some build here. We have a quest for the carpenter that we can hand in and will give us a little bit of money, which is handy. And then we have our customers to take care of. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Give us money. We are really just using all our money. So here is where we're going to build, and we're going to build something glorious, I hope. It'll be 1, 2. We're going to be working on 2 levels now. So we are going to be getting a grinder. Let's do that. And that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to get this output here. That will be exclusively the flax, because I want to build another level on top. Here. This will now be... And I'm like, okay, so how do you build on top? Well, you have these lab stands, which are amazing, like that. And then we can build on top here, and that will be the sage. So we now have flax on one level and sage on the other level. And I'm going to get 2 things inbound here, that one, and I'm going to be flipping you like this. And this will be set up to alchemy, and this one will be set up to alchemy. That's just one. We can wait a little bit. So you go in here. You go in here. That's the flax. And then we need all of this there. And we're going to use our here. This one. We place it and then rotate it inbound. And then I'm going to copy this one here. And then I can get the sage. And that should work. Then all I need is a box out here. Like that. Going in. And then this one has to go up to that one. I don't know why there was a yellow one, but somehow it gets to get in, but it can't go in any other way than just with belts. So that has to be done. But nothing is happening until we get these going in here. And I forgot to plant these. This is like 1 minute and 40, so soon I'll get it. These over here, they are just for the rope. So we'll set that up here. Continue on the rope production. So keep that going. And more things are running out. So we'll just need to top this up and then be ready to hook it up once we have them. Some new flax and sage. Right, we got the first little bit of materials here. So harvest, 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 harvest. And we need to build. And then I can only put 1 batch into each of these right now. Obviously, this would be lovely once it can be automated, but not just yet. And then we'll see if it works. I will also get more seeds. So that will be spending all of our money. Damn. Yeah, let's try to get some more seeds. And 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, we could get. Oh, that was actually not what I wanted. I got too many sage seeds. Oops. Never mind. And we'll see if it works to get the first few of these. There's also the part they are not going to go in here because they need to have a special location. So this is a flax and a flax, and then a flax and a flax and a flax and a flax, and then a sage and a sage. Good. And then we still have 2 sage left for the next round. We have the very first amount of these coming in, and it's actually at a pretty good ratio. We do have problems keeping this up, but that's going to be next little concern. Then what we want to do from here, we need 100 of those, so that's a lot. But we also need to sell them, which is not something we're going to do now, but it is need to have this one here. So if I build it next to it, like so, actually maybe I could actually remove this and build a bigger one, like this one with 3. Yeah, let's do that. Big harvest coming up. Unfortunately, we don't have enough to actually plant this again. So now here, 1, 2, and this one, 1, 2, this 1, 2, and this one, 1, 2. Sweet. And that 1, 2. Let's get these picked up. And here, and let's plant it again. Plant. Good. So this is now working, and we're getting enough of this. That's very nice. And we can also go over here, feed it in, and feed it in. So we are now topped up on this production. We do need more of the motors, but the motors are very urgently being done here. And the only thing we need now is just to wait for the alchemy to accumulate. We can make some random quests and another random quest. We're not going to do those, though. Linen carpenter quest. Let's also do that. That's again linen. So we do run linen, and maybe that was the one that should have been put in here. Oh well. We have 100 healing potions. Sweet. And then now that we have that, we can also take it and also use it for shipping. So let's ship it over here, bounce it in here, go up here, bounce it from this one into this one, into that shelf. Great. I don't even want to deal with you. Well, you're going to be the last ones we're going to deal with there. And that will be main quest. Submit. Then we get red currents, portal sigil, and automatic cashier. We're going to dive way into that next time, but we really, did I say really enough? Really need that one. Automatic cashier, which will then be placed gloriously right here. That one. Oh, it can only be placed here. And this one can contain 5,000. And once it has 5,000, then it's going to get stopped working. So we could just take one of these. Let's see. Storage box. Why is it a valid position? Oh, I don't want... Oh, there you go. Like that. See? Oh, that's so glorious. And then we can just take it from here. And then the money will flow out and be put in here in stacks of 5,000. Ah, that's where we want it. And that's where we're going to wrap up today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. Linen rope is really good. Well done. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode. So be sure to hit the like button, leave the comment, share, like, whatever, subscribe if you want to. And just come up with good ideas and bad ideas. I haven't played this game much, so maybe there's some obvious things that I haven't noticed. And therefore, yeah, let me know. Ooh, 800. Nice. Be back next time. Until then, take care and stay effective.